tonight's show tonight, actress and author Teri Hatcher is here from Extreme Home Makeover. Ty Pennington and music from James Hunter, bluesman from England, does a terrific job. Tomorrow night, Dennis Leary, Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker will be here as well. And next week, Tom Hanks, Lindsay Lohan, Ron Howard, and Tom Cruise. And that's just Monday. That's unbelievable. All right. My first guest star is in the hugely popular TV show Desperate Housewives. She also has a new book called Burnt Toast. Please welcome the lovely Teri Hatcher. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You know, I was worried about you. I heard you got injured on the set, but you look okay.
I am okay. Last week I was doing a scene with some Christmas bulbs, untangling Christmas bulbs, and one of them imploded and the glass flew into my eye. Yeah.
Now, did you have to wear an eye patch and all that?
I did. I went to the doctor and I had to wear an eye patch. It wasn't really a patch, like a pirate patch. You'd think that would be sort of fun, like you could take it home and maybe use it in your fantasies or something. But yeah, right.
That would be my first thought after injuring my eye.
Give me his number. Anyway, it was more of like a half of a mummy costume, you know, the bandages and the tape like sort of covered
like
my
a Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah, it was more like, with the hump and the whole thing.
Really?
I was around that. Yeah, but anyways, that came off about a day and a half later, and it's basically fine.
Yeah, I want to go back to the pirate fantasy. That interested me more.
It kind of interests me, too.
Now, is that a big fantasy of yours, a pirate? Do you see yourself, are you the pirate or the slave girl? Where do you see yourself?
I could switch back and forth.
Really? Wow.
Some days you want to be the pirate.
Yeah,
some days you want to be the slave girl.
Really? Call me on the slave girl day. I'd be curious. Now, you're okay now? Obviously, it healed okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I get injured a lot on the set. We sort of,
you do get injured a lot.
I do. I've broken ribs. Oh, God, I don't even know what else. Yesterday, I was doing a scene where Susan gets locks herself in a moving truck, and as I'm trying to go in and get the boxes, I sort of trip once again and reach for the little handle, and the door closes on me and I get locked in there. And when I did that, I fell and I got a little scrape on my arm. It's not that big of a deal, but, you know, we just have decided that it's not a comedy Teri Hatcher moment if I don't get
Yeah, you have to be injured in some way. All right. So, I mean, you're on that set. It's a long day. It's like 12, 16 hours.
We've been working really long hours, even more than that, because we're trying to wrap up by tomorrow is our last day.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we sort of all have senioritis. We're running around with our yearbooks, and, you know, nobody can remember their lines because we're all sort of on vacation in Hawaii already. And, yeah, we're working really long hours. And
so what do you do? How do you pass the time? Do you...
It kind of always turns to sex. Like,
really?
Yeah.
How odd.
Isn't it?
Well, you know something? I kind of thought that.
You're sort of, you know, you just sort of get into the dirty joke, the sexual innuendo, you know, it seems like that sort of keeps the crew laughing, and, you know. Yeah.
Because if you can make glass in your eye a sex thing, that's pretty good. You know, you can make anything.
I can. Really, I'm known for that. I can pretty much turn anything.
And do you tell the jokes? Are you the joke teller?
I'm kind of, yeah, I'm pretty much the clown.
Is there one you can tell us? Have you got one of these jokes?
Well, this isn't really a joke, but it is sort of like how it happens. So one of the things we do, we look through catalogs, you know, we do online shopping when we're sort of just there. And I found this catalog called Time for Me. I didn't know what it was. And you open it up, first couple pages. Yeah, she laughs. She knows what it is. She gets it. I'm getting there. Okay, so you open it up, and the first couple pages are, you know, oils and creams and no wrinkles and whatever. And then it caught my eye. There was this thing, and it said, Doctor's #1 recommended vaginal exerciser. And I didn't even know you had to exercise your vagina.
Really?
But apparently you do, and there's a machine to help you do it. And
it's a machine now, is it?
Yeah,
is it 120 volts? I mean,
it's called the Kegelmeister 2000.
The Kegelmeister 2000.
It mustn't be the new one, the Kegelmeister 2000. So I ordered 5.
You ordered 5? And you wore them all out, did you? You burned the motors out in all 5 of them?
Yeah, I'm telling you,
I'm trying to be as delicate as I can. How does it, as an exercise, I mean, can you lift more now than you could? Can you bench press?
I have a very strong kitty cat.
Really? Wow.
Let's just say, all the other housewives have fiancés and boyfriends, but when I finally get one, he's going to hit the jackpot.
You know, it doesn't sound like you're going to need one.
Well, that's true, too.
Now, when you order the, what is it, Kleigelmeister? Kegelmeister.
Everybody
2000.
should get one.
Yeah. Now, do you use your real name? Or this is Betty Smith. I want to order the Klegel.
Yeah. You know what? You kind of have to, because they ask you for the name on the credit card. So, and I try to do it really like, it's Teri Hatcher. You know, it's the number, Teri Hatcher. And they inevitably go, the Teri Hatcher? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, she sort of giggled, and I'm like, oh, okay, just tell me, do they work? and then we just started getting into a conversation. I said, what else do I need to go along with it? And I got some oils and some creams.
No, I love how...
Next thing you know, I'm buying the whole catalog. Finger massagers and whatever.
You know, I'm surprised you had time to come here tonight. You must be physically exhausted.
Actually, I find that you have extra energy. Woo! Okay.
Just the fact that you would have a conversation with a phone operator. Hi, I'm Teri Hatcher of the TV show. Yes, just amazing to me. That you would have
I know. Well, I found the whole thing. We got laughs on the set about this. We still do. For weeks, we've been laughing about the #1 doctor-recommended vaginal exercise.
Well, I guess you gotta
have you exercised your vagina today?
Why don't we do a little exercise, and we'll be right back right after
this. Kendrick, weeknights on 9 News.
Welcome back. If we're still on the air, we're talking with Teri Hatcher. Now, Burnt Toast is the book. Explain the title to people.
It just really came out of when I turned 40, I sort of recognized that as a decade of kind of an opportunity of how do I want to live the rest of my life. And I realized that I had been eating the burnt toast my whole life, which is what I got really from my mother, who kind of gave the best away. And I think moms and women do this. We sort of take care of our children, take care of our husbands, and we're always the last person to take care of ourselves. So we would eat the burnt toast, the worst looking piece of toast. And a lot of women seem to relate to that. So it's a book about learning how to take better care of yourself through the examples of my kind of errors and
like the
successes.
Kleigelmeister. Yeah, okay.
Right there.
You talk about getting lap dances in here. Explain that.
Yeah, that was a one-time experience. I went to Vegas with some friends, and they realized I'd never been to a strip club. And so they took me to the Olympic Gardens in Vegas. You've probably been there.
I've heard of the Olympic Gardens. But this is a female strip club.
No, it has men upstairs.
Oh, it was men.
And women downstairs. Okay. So we were with my girlfriend and her husband, another girlfriend and husband, so of course me by myself. And so I know, it's pathetic. And so we went upstairs to the men thing, and I don't know, it didn't really work for me. Like there were all these kind of bachelorette party people and the guys in cowboy hats and things. And so I said, let's go downstairs and watch the men, our husband friends, watch the girls, and that'll be more fun. So we watched the men get lap dances.
Where are these wives? I'm curious.
See how great? I should really have somebody. What I'd allow you to do. Anyway, so we watched them for a while, and then they thought it would be funny if I got a lap dance. And from a girl. And, I'd only heard, because I'd never been before, and I'm a real goody-goody rule person, and I had heard the thing with the lap dances is you're not allowed to touch them, they can only touch you. And so I, of course, was really nervous of doing anything wrong. So I was very, tense like this with the first lap dance. I'm not touching anything. And so then they proceed to get me another lap dance, and, next thing I know, I'm sort of like, the legs start going a little bit farther apart, and, she's like kind of whining around me a little bit more, and then the next thing you know, you get another lap dance, and like now, she's really sort of like up on me, like this way. And thinking that.
How
like,
was it again? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
and I'm thinking that, you know, her breast kind of like rubbed by my cheek, and I'm thinking, I'm going to get arrested, and she's touching me. I'm not touching her. You know, I wasn't going like this. She was, you know. Anyway, so I came back to my friends. They were all very thrilled at watching my embarrassment, and they said, that looks like the most erotic thing, you know, ever. And what were you guys talking about? Because we were kind of talking as she was lapping me.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I got the best chocolate cake recipe ever.
Really?
And my friend said, that's the most expensive chocolate cake recipe I've ever heard of.
But it's probably the best chocolate cake there is.
Well, I think so. So that's what we were talking
Now,
about.
you write about aging as well.
Yes, I do.
Okay, explain a little bit of
well,
that.
I talk about how I'm really at a stage in my life where I think and I want to be an inspiration to women to really focus on our inner beauty and not so much on the exterior. I think there's just so much pressure that we put on ourselves, and it shouldn't define our happiness. And so one of the suggestions I have is that you find the part on your body that you like the most, and that even if you could focus on just one thing, just one little area that you don't pick on yourself about, how that can start to turn your image around about yourself, and that everybody has that one part, so you should find it.
Really? Now, what would that one part be? I'm just curious.
I don't know, does anyone in the audience want to guess?
You know, at this point, I wouldn't even try. I have no idea what your smile.
No, it's my nipples.
Really? All right. Of course. Kev, turn on the air conditioning. You know, I should have said that. No,
You should have said nipples.
I couldn't say that.
No, okay, but it's nipples. So it's...
And why?
Well, and this is what happened when I was writing the book. You know, I sent this chapter in, and the editor was like, okay, do you really want to talk about your nipples in the book? Because I'm just thinking maybe you don't want to do Middle America, you don't want to talk about it. And so I said, all right, and this is all, because I write the book very much in an inner monologue kind of way that I talk to you guys right now. And I said, you know, okay, so my editor asked me to think about, do I really want to talk about my nipples? And yes, I want to talk about my nipples. So it's in the book. And for me, you know, they don't age, they don't sag. They kind of, you know,
well, they might point in different directions after that. You're not really looking at the sky anymore. You're looking at the...
I don't know.
I mean, you got a nitpick, you know.
You know, but the point is, you can't... I'm just saying, mine pointed in a perfectly good direction. Anyway, but the point is, it doesn't matter. For me, it happens to be, you know, that's one thing I just like. Whatever. It doesn't mean they're great or anybody else would like them.
I'm sure they're terrific.
Well, it just means I like them. So I encourage you to find the thing about yourself. Hold on to that and create your inner beauty strength.
Actually, you know, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's kind of like, it's not really a guidebook, but I enjoyed it.
Good.
I mean, I enjoyed it, especially all the...
You get to know about me,
parts.
and you get to feel a little insight.
Well, there it is right there. Okay, Terry, thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Terry Hatcher, be right back with Ty Pennington right after this.